6:16. I'll rise and pledge allegiance. Allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Any public comment? Update McKenna County Sheriff's Office.
We're gonna come up there.
It's fine, whatever you want to do.
So this is the first time I've been
Oh, yeah,
able to
that's
attend
fine,
one of
we'll
your meetings. So I got the detail sheets later on this afternoon, perused them, we had about 16 details last month in April. Detail activity each date was between 6 and 8 traffic stops. Some were a little bit lighter, there was one day there was a major crash out here. So that took up the deputy's time a lot for that day. The enforcement action is typically going to be radar, stationary, and proactive enforcement. A lot of times it's going to be at the, based on the sheets, is all high traffic areas, whether it be Windsor Road, Togus, all the same ones. So it's continually hammering those. Obviously, there's a lot of cut-through traffic that's not necessarily Chelsea residents. So it's just a matter of constant enforcement in those areas, trying to mitigate that. There's additional activities that they're doing, being proactive with different areas in there. Butternut Park is checked all the time.
Right. Drug houses and whatnot.
Yep. So that's typically what I've seen on the sheets.
Are you guys aware of the Fox Pest Service
There's been something that's been recent that's been going around with them.
on the scooter?
Yep, there was a complaint on them in China, I believe it was in the last couple of days.
Yeah, they were on the Hallwell Road today.
Were they? Okay.
They were on Townhouse Road on Monday. You got a little
Okay.
black scooter.
Interesting.
It says
Okay.
Fox, like Fox News, which is like Fox.
Okay,
And he just rolls in with his iPad and scams people and leaves.
okay. Does anybody report it?
I've just seen it,
ongoing,
I've
or-
seen a few things online, people haven't been reporting it.
Okay.
I know you guys are aware of them,
Yes, yep.
so,
I believe, also we're covering this area this week, Deputy Stepney is aware of it. So I know he's spent most of the day today, he's on tonight as well till
Right.
10 o'clock, so I know he's aware of what's going
cause
on.
they were on the Hallwell Road around 3 o'clock today, I was at Joe Mills's house, so
Okay,
I drove by, he was there.
okay. I have not, I've been out since 3
Right.
o'clock and I didn't see.
I would assume he's kinda hard to catch, but he can bail in the bushes, he's got a scooter, right? I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, I'll, keep a good eye out for him, I'm in an unmarked car right now, so if I can.
Is that the
see
black
somebody-
one?
Yeah.
You were busy today down here, huh?
I try to be. It's, I mean, I usually assigned to an office
Right.
desk space, so when I come out, I like to make sure that it's
Stretch your legs a little
well
bit.
worth it for you guys.
Absolutely. I
So-
appreciate it.
Oh, absolutely, it's fun for me, also it's good for the town too, so.
Right.
A lot of the stuff I'm seeing, for my own stops, basically a lot of unregistered, a lot of nobody likes to have their vehicles inspected anymore. So, I'm addressing that as delicately as I can, but it's getting bad now, so it's,
An issue.
there's a line here that's getting drawn in the sand, for me personally, I mean, I
Right.
can't speak for everybody, but, so I'm taking, I think I've got, 3 summonses so far tonight,
Nice.
so.
Any public comment?
You said it was Fox Pest Services on a
Yeah,
scooter?
they're right across from your places.
That immediately turned on the camera just in case, because if they're around there. I had seen somebody on the Bolton Hill Road, it was a lady or something a couple of days ago, bringing my kid back from Erskine, and they were just parked the scooter right up the end of the driveway, and they were up there talking.
They were on my security camera the other day, so.
Alright, well, we'll just have to.
So, do you have, can you get us an image?
I possibly can, yeah. I can look back at it.
Okay, alright.
Phil, I'll go live with my cameras moving forward
Yeah,
until I see it.
if you can scan anything, send it to me, I'll
Yep.
get it out to the troops. And then at least if we can get to the point where we can identify them, and,
Supposedly they get you to sign up,
yeah,
and then as soon as you sign up, it withdraws from your bank account,
yeah,
and it's a $250 to cancel it, automatic. So they got you both ends.
Yeah.
And there's no pest service going on.
Right. It's very unfortunate.
And that's alright, people in town don't know that, and they,
People are so creative.
right,
It's unbelievable sometimes. But yeah, and I'll hang out, I'll get information from you, and I'll get you my card and
Yeah, no
we'll
problem.
see if we can get that information.
actually, give me a card now, then I'll give it to you later, tell you you can do what you gotta do, and it'll be a few minutes before I come back on that.
See if I can find the right card, so I can say pest control.
CNN Fest?
Bad joke, Joe.
Bad joke. So just send it whenever you have it, and then I'll get it out to that.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, absolutely.
Alright, public hearing. None. Adjustments agenda, nothing?
No.
Alright, approval of consent agenda items. Letter A, AP warrant number 29 in the amount of $292,226.03. Article B, AP warrant number 30 in the amount of $51,551.26. Article C, AP warrant number 31 in the amount of $34,023.11. Article D, payroll warrant week number 17 in the amount of $13,556.85. E, payroll warrant week number 18 in the amount of $3,885.51. F, payroll warrant week number 19 in the amount of $4,657.93. G, payroll warrant week number 20 in the amount of $4,329.16. H, minutes of April 9th, 2025. And I, minutes of March 26th, 2025 budget workshop.
I will make a motion that we approve consent agenda items A through I as read.
One second. Alright, new business. We are going to dedicate the town report to Stephen McDonald. He's on the fire department.
Do you want to just read what's in there?
Stephen was born in Augusta and has dedicated for 30 years of his life to firefighting in Chelsea, starting a firefighter career in 1994 and currently holding the officer role of lieutenant of the Chelsea Fire Department. He has not only dedicated numerous hours to calls and trainings, he also consistently works behind the scenes researching and writing grants to obtain funding or equipment for the department. He never takes any pay for his services, but instead donates it back to unfortunate families in town so that those in need are able to get basic life necessities such as heat and food. Graduating the top of his class in 1980, Stephen earned his oil burner, solid fuel, coal, wood, and refrigeration license while still in high school. In 1981, he joined the National Guard where he served until 2000. From 1988 to 2020, Stephen built a career at Bath Iron Works. In 2018, Stephen was instrumental in putting the Chalmers sawmill from Albion back together when it arrived at the Windsor Fairgrounds. This water-powered mill has been his baby since then, as he spends countless hours taking care of it year-round, giving a presentation every day of the Windsor Fair. His commitment to firefighting and generosity toward families in need, and his passion for preserving history through the Chalmers sawmill are truly inspiring. It's rare to find someone who gives so selflessly, not only through direct service, but also behind the scenes, ensuring his department has the resources to thrive. His impact on Chelsea and beyond is profound, and it's heartwarming to see his efforts recognized. People like Stephen remind us that true leadership is built by generosity, perseverance, and unwavering commitment to helping others. He deserves immense gratitude for all he has done. Good job, Precious.
He was at a presentation at Windsor Fair, that's why he isn't here, so.
Okay, discuss and consider possible awarding paving bid.
So, in your package was paving bid package. We did have, let's get you this stuff. One package. And this package. We did have 3 bidders, all states, Northeast Paving and Willett Construction on all the projects. I have taken this spreadsheet and broke it out using the approximate budget of what we have left for the rest of the year, which is about $587,000. So looking at it, my suggestion to this board, after I had some thought processes and trying to figure out where to appropriate the money, was to give John Darrow Road a chip seal top coat to all states, because we definitely wanna try that project, and give Willett Construction top coats on Cheney, Searles Mills, and Hollowell that were taken last year. Complete Dr. Mann with improvements, reclaim, paving, and top, so it will be
Is
done.
that the whole road or is that end over there?
That is the end extension, yes. Key Street, complete project, and then Nelson, improvements, reclaim, and paving. Then, depending on what we have left, maybe doing a shim or something on Collins at some point, just to kind of get us by until we can do the whole road at about 270,000-ish bid this year. So I know that Tim had said to me that there may be some sort of alternatives on waiting on the top coats, and maybe possible advantages of putting all top coats in next year and only doing top coats. In my mind, those 4 roads I wanna finish that we started last year. I want them done, I want them on the time ticker for the rotation, so, that's my recommendation, and certainly Tim's here and Mr. Grande is here from All States if you wanna ask them any questions, or.
Yeah, cause I'm new to that chip seal, so you guys put a base down for that first and then put over, is that how that works?
So, in terms of that quantity of road, I would definitely just give all of the paving to Tim, and
Okay.
then we'll just come in and do the chip seal for that.
Okay,
But chip seal, yeah, so basically, if the road is in bad condition, it doesn't take the place of hot mix, it just it's an alternative surface.
Alright,
So the hot mix is the structural, and then the chip seal is basically a wearing course to protect the hot mix underneath it.
alright,
So it's an emulsion spray with 3/8 aggregates chipped over that and then rolled, and then 2 to 3 days later we sweep up any excess stone. So it kind of waterproofs and seals that road. So that's, and it cost wise, you can, the more, if you do 20,000 square yards, a mile and a half, you can save 15, 20,000 per mile. 10 to 15.
alright.
I mean, it depends. The more miles you do, if you do 4 miles of road, you'll save 40, 50 grand.
Alright.
So, but it won't ever replace hot mix, it's just an
No,
alternative.
I've seen
surface
it, I just never
yeah.
seen that, what the process was to get
Yep.
where it needs to be.
Yeah, so a tack truck or a spray truck comes and
Right.
sprays the section. Behind that is a paper that spreads it, and then 2 tire rollers roll it back and forth, and then it's swept up 2 days later.
Okay.
And we can leave the excess stone anywhere for the town to use to put in their sand or on their shoulders or whatever you guys want.
Perfect. And you're fine with just paving it, let them chip seal?
You don't even need to pay that one, the Don Darrow we based last year, so.
Right, that's what I was thinking.
But that can do it now. So
Okay.
I'll check.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I was gonna ask,
So
you
you
already
take
put the
paving
base
right
down,
out
we
of
put
the
more on top of it, what the deal was, right?
Yeah, I mean, it depends, right? If it's a
What's that,
heavily
2 inches,
traffic, if it's a road that sees a decent amount of traffic, typically you'd want what, Tim, 3.5 to 4 inches on it. But if it's based and ready to rock, then and it's
It's low speed. for the
low
most part.
speed, then a chip seal over 2 inches or 2.5 is totally fine.
What do you have on that now, 2 inches?
2 inches.
Yeah. You guys good with that?
I mean, yeah,
Yeah, I'm fine with it.
so are you okay with just letting him subcontract out to you?
yep.
Okay, alright, then the recommendation would be for Tim for everything.
What was that?
That's just, you know what road she's talking about, right?
Don Darrow, yeah,
Yeah, it's a little short
It's the
road,
short
so
one.
don't know if you want to come in for,
for that
unless
much.
you want to tie it in with a dust.
Yeah, that's, yeah.
Just want you
Just
to be aware of that. like
No,
it's
I
not-
do, I know. It's kind of like a pilot program for
He'll
you
do it
guys
for
to,
me.
to see and hope.
Yeah, no, and as I explained to all states that
Right.
I wanna try the product to see
absolutely.
what the town thinks of it and, possibly, there are a lot of towns that really swear up and down by this. I have multiple colleagues that will do numerous roads. So, but I think I need to sell the product first on one road. So,
Alright, make a motion to award the paving bid to Willett Construction and have Allstate do the chip seal.
will be under,
Subbed out from Tim,
Tim.
right?
okay.
Any public comment?
I'm good.
Thank you.
Discuss and consider possibly award winter road maintenance bid.
So. You have my papers. Hold on. Where did I put 'em? Over here. We received 3 bids on the road, winter road maintenance. And how this bid project was set up
Thank you, have a good night.
was for 3 years to price it out year by year to see if it was implementable. We did have McGee come in with a total over the 3 years of $1,097,000. MB Contracting, who we just finished up a contract with, of $585,000. And then Lavoy Trucking at $577,000. Now, looking at this, Mr. Lavoy actually worked for MB Contracting last year. If you recall, he was here for the bid package preview. His references, he did not have any plowing references, he only had commercial references. I only had an opportunity to speak to one. And he did tell me that he was a young, aggressive man trying to make a business for himself, and that he knew he already had one truck in possession. Unfortunately, he didn't include the insurance, so that is a factor as far as the bid package goes. So I had a couple of thoughts. You could award it to him with the agreement that his insurability is here by the end of the week, what was required for today's bid. Or we could possibly send this back out if we're not happy with these numbers for a 2-year contract and see where we end up. And the reason being, one, Mr. Lavoy is new. Do you wanna commit yourselves to 3 years where you had a new contractor the last time? And then with a 2-year contract, you could have the option to extend it for another year if you so chose. Now, with a 2-year contract, maybe you'd get more bidders because it's not as long of a commitment. We still have time. You do have this option. I mean, you don't have to take a bid if you don't want to. So it's up to this board.
Was the last one, was that a 3-year or 2, an option for 3? What was that?
That was a 3-year with an option for a 4th year. And you know what sort of bid we ran into with a new person.
I think we should make it back up for 2 year, a little 1 year, possibly, I mean, I think that's out of our budget, and I just don't see us paying the bill for that.
Well, we're about the end of the day, there's only gonna be 3 bidders. We're in the same situation.
But if we put it back out to bed and they all come back, then we know what we have, then we have to make a decision at that point. But to do a 2-year bid, less commitment, maybe somebody else would throw their hat in the ring and.
Do we do like a meeting in 2 weeks rather than a month? Does that seem feasible? Rather than waiting longer because it's beginning of summer?
You certainly can. I mean, you are meeting again a couple of times this month, although they are budget meetings. The next meeting that you have is in June, 18th. So that still leaves you 5 months before winter. I definitely wouldn't put it out for 3 months if we had this one out there,
Right.
but
I think it would make sense to make a decision on it.
What days are our town meeting?
town meeting, the voting's the 10th, the town meeting's the 12th. And I didn't put a selectmen's meeting in between those because it's too much. It was too overwhelming last year. We moved it to the following week.
Maybe we should know the numbers before that meeting.
I can make
I mean, I know
the,
what we allowed, but,
yeah, no, once the bids are open, just like this afternoon they were open, we could make it due the Friday before, that would give us 5 days to take a look at it. Mike, when I spoke to Mike this afternoon, he was in favor of sending it back out for 2 years, when he looked at the numbers. So, between you guys now.
I just don't see a big change in the price jump now that everyone's numbers are revealed, I mean.
You also run the risk of, it isn't as long a commitment, so they're going to jump their numbers
Right.
up. That is a consideration
And
also.
the biggest thing is, if the board stays stern and hold people accountable and do their job, it shouldn't be a problem. You don't do your job, you don't get paid, you get fired. If we're gonna keep lollygagging through, we're gonna get terrible service. We got in the past, there's no accountability. You hold them accountable, they don't do your job, you're gonna get fired. It's that simple, it's how the real world works. I'm fine with awarding it to Lavoy and holding him accountable. He's the lowest bidder, he's young, he's ambitious. Yes, he plowed for the last guy, but he also wasn't the owner. And I'm in favor to give it to him, and as long as he come up with insurance by Friday, you know, roll the ball. But that's kind of where I stand with it.
I wanna go back out for 2 years with that 1 year and a half one, just because.
If I could add something, I can make it easy for you. I do it for 1 year if you want to try it, but I'm just gonna tell you that I, for one, won't bid it again,
Right.
okay? And I'm not, it's fine, you can do what you want, and I'm not, it's not a threatening way, just,
Alright.
but I do know, instead of using the criteria of, it's what it went for before, instead of figuring out scientifically what it's gonna take to do the job, with
Right.
the right equipment and full-time men,
Right.
so I'll just be out, and I'm fine with that.
Right.
We do,
And I completely know you're a professional grade. Absolutely, I get it.
And the other fault with your theory, Jake, is, yeah, you hold them accountable and you fire this new guy, who's replacing him that storm,
January,
Right. I get
when
it.
everybody's full.
Right.
so that's all I've got to offer, and
No, I get it.
I'm fine either way, I really am. And, but I know that the town had, through my help anyway, had wanted me to bid this project, and we did,
No, I appreciate it.
and so. But I would do a 1 year contract, cause, and I know if you look at the last bid from last year, and what it is this year,
Right.
I'm just saying, I don't know what to use for criteria to bid it, but,
Right.
I know plow trucks are $200,000 a copy,
Right.
if you want the ones that go every stone.
Right. I mean, it's an option to put it up for 1 year. And come revisit it again next year.
But Jake, in my case, if you put it back out to bid, I won't bid it,
No, I get it.
so that's fine, it really is.
And I certainly appreciate Steve's number. It is out of our already planned budget number.
Yeah, I understand that
So-
too.
There would be, there'd be nothing better than to go with Mr. McGee, cause our roads would be done and they'd be done correctly, but, with the increase with the school and the county, we can't afford it this year, right now.
So this kind of puts us in a predicament because
Cause Mike's not here to vote.
Mike's not here your motion fails because she's not gonna second it, so. The only alternative I have is to bring this back to you guys again in June and discuss it again. Doesn't say you have to award it tonight. Or you can agree to send it back out for 2 years, or we can bring it back in June and talk about it again with Mike.
We know what Mike recommended, so why wait the month?
But Mike's not here to make an official vote, he just wanted me to tell you what his thought process was. Which means nothing
Oh, no.
until he's here at a meeting.
So at the end of the day, we're gonna have the same two bidders again. Cause you guys aren't gonna put it back in again, so what are we gaining?
I mean, there
You
might,
know, see what I'm saying though,
but
like,
there might be somebody out there that says, oh, 2 years, that's not such a bad commitment, maybe I'll throw my hat in, maybe I will do that for 2 years. Maybe I can, maybe, he doesn't wanna do a 3-year contract, maybe just a 2-year contract, he's not sure where his business is going. I don't know, I'm playing devil's advocate over here,
oh, I get it.
my glass is half empty, half full today.
What's your pleasure?
But then if we start firing people, contractors, then no one wants to work for us. And then that makes it even harder to get people to bid
So
for.
if you don't do your job, you still get paid? What are we promoting?
But that's,
This is bonded, right?
It is,
You know what the bond does? I mean,
right.
if you fire somebody, the bonding company's gotta pay somebody to finish that responsibility.
Right. Look at, I mean, it's either you have your trucks out there or you don't. You know what I mean? There's plenty of reason to go that far with somebody.
Your equipment list and stuff is fine, and it's more than adequate to do the town right.
Absolutely.
But they're gonna cost money to buy that,
Right.
to have that level of equipment.
I guess put it back out for 2 years, see what happens. Unfortunately, I just don't see we're gonna get any change out of it. And but if we wait a month, Mike's gonna say the same thing, so we're just wasting 30 days, in my opinion. I'm just trying to save time, cause the longer it goes, the more it's gonna cost, if we can find somebody out late in the year. Well, I just make a motion, put it back out for 2 years.
a second.
Public comment?
Thank you.
Discussion with Olin Charter AC Fuel.
Thank you.
Thank you, Steve.
Cleaned up the whole room. Hi, Sam.
Bye.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yes, yeah. Olin is not here.
Owen is not here, nobody's here to represent him? Okay, so I will tell you that, what has ended up happening is Greg has been there several times, Chair Pushard and I have been there once. Mr. Charest has informed us he will not be signing the agreement. That was originally planned, 2 meetings ago? He doesn't agree to some of the stuff in there. Greg finally did get a hold of him last week, and Olin told him that he would let him know by the end of the week, I think it was, for a date to come inspect the building with Mark Roberts. Greg has called multiple times, no contact. He did go over there today, took a couple pictures, he has seeded the front lawn and picked up a couple of things, but nothing has changed structurally as far as we can tell. So this board needs to decide if you want to move on with the dangerous building.
I'm ready.
Make a motion, move forward to the dangerous building on 10 Sales Mill Road, Olin Charist. Public comment? Discussion concerning possible discontinuance of Intervale Road, Spruce Lane, Old Thomason Road, Goodwill Drive, and Allen Avenue.
So all of the abutters were alerted to this meeting. I'm not sure of any, are you a butter? Okay, perfect. Basically stating for them to come here to discuss the, possible, discontinuance of their roads. As you know, Intervale was here last meeting. I did talk to Mike about this. His recommendation was not in favor of discontinuing Intervale Road. He was in possible favor of discontinuing Goodwill, but he needed the discussion to be held. But he was in favor of Spruce, Old Thomaston, and Allen Avenue. So as you know, this is a year-long process. Once you guys make the decision, it starts the process of waiting the year. So it'll be taken in June of next year. So.
Did Mike give you thoughts of why Intervale?
Basically, why he was not in favor of Intervale was he had consulted kind of determining value on the property, and the realtor said that those properties on that riverside could possibly lose value because somebody has to look at now plowing a 2,000-foot driveway. So, I think that they wanna talk.
Brian?
We just
think
wanted
Christine-
clarity.
I think Christine kind of answered it in this, and I didn't hear the first one about Mike,
Yes,
and then.
Mike said he didn't wanna discontinue, wanted to keep it as a town road.
Okay, that's what I wanted.
yes, no, he was not in favor of discontinuing Intervale.
We also do get our mail at our house on that road. I don't know if that.
They go on private roads, that doesn't matter,
Okay.
yeah. And this isn't a butter.
Yeah.
I don't know what road.
You're on Old Thomason?
Spruce Lane.
Spruce Lane, yeah.
I don't know if he wants to talk.
I don't know what to say. I've never been.
No, I get it.
did this
It's
once
just
like 5-6
basically-
years ago.
I looked at a few, I remember that a while back, they talked about it, just basically giving back to you guys, and you guys essentially do all your own plowing and.
Financially though, we can't do that.
Right,
Like hopefully, like once we have the house done, like right now, like it's been in family for years.
Right,
Like we've
right.
been working on it for years, and it's still not there. We're just slowly banging away one thing at a time and taking on. I know I didn't get a chance to this year to price out anything, but I remember last year it was like $75 to $100 just for the road portion because I have a snow blower to do the rest.
right.
But and the way our work schedules are, like my wife works nights, I work days. Kids are homeschooled, so I mean it's.
How many properties are on Spruce Lane? Just you?
And the way the property's set up, I can't put another driveway in.
I don't remember. I took pictures of everybody I sent it to, and I don't remember who was on what road. Oh, well, they probably were, yeah, because their addresses were in here. Yeah,
Okay, thank you.
And unfortunately, to make it even more fun, when the state redid the road, they made my road from like an okay incline to like an almost upwards incline. So it has to be done something in the winter time.
Right.
And sanded, like it can't just be, swiped out. I mean, I do all the other maintenance on it as I can, like I try to get the sand off it so we're not spinning tires and getting the water so it doesn't quite go in my yard all the time. It's just the plowing side of things that would be a struggle for us. Especially with the timing of everything.
What are these Eastern Avenue ones? What are these?
so those are they're putting butts on it, on the roads, but they may,
Right.
like the back side of it, but they're getting their mail with that address, cause that's what they have for an address.
So if we put all the roads with Intervale on it, that this goes to town vote, and the town can decide on if they wanna discontinue it or not.
Correct. So So what will end up happening is we'll start the process alerting them. We'd have to have an appraisal to see if there's any loss in value, then they get compensated for any loss in value. If it gets approved at town meeting, but essentially it goes to the voters and the voters say yay or nay on getting rid of the road. It's nothing
I believe
you guys
last time
can
it was a
decide.
pretty good landslide on keeping it that way, I
Yeah.
believe. I mean, I get what you're saying, life's expensive and it's, doesn't seem to be slowing down anything, but I'd recommend just putting it up for the town to vote on it and it's not let town people decide what they feel is right, you know?
I also was a little confused from last time they did this, is they said it, like the only damages was $1. How do they come up with numbers like that? Because, I mean, it's
Right.
gonna cost me thousands a year to get it properly done.
So basically an appraiser looks at it to see if you're gonna have a loss in value, is
That's what it
values at, yes. The only saving grace, I guess you could say, is you're still gonna have it for another year, you're still gonna have maintenance, so maybe that's a possibility that you start planning now to move towards next June if the voters say we're discontinuing it, then essentially you still have 18 months to make a plan.
Yeah.
But
Does that affect taxes or anything like that?
that would be something you'd have to speak to the assessor's agent about, depending on if you have access from another way, it may or may not.
Yeah, when I had it looked at last time, they said I couldn't properly put another access in because I have, the way the house is, there's a well on one side, I was told I can't drive over that. Other side is my septic tank, from the septic is a huge leach field. So I'd have to, the last guy that came in, I don't know where he was recommended from, somebody, Scott Tilson I think recommended it. He said I'd have to do a driveway all the way around my leach field and then back up to the road, which would be more than double what's there.
Right.
I'm good with everyone but Instagram.
Yep.
We made the deal to what it is right now, because it's quite fair to just walk away from that road,
Right.
so. I don't know, town can vote on those.
So make a motion to, keep Intervale the way it is and Spruce Lane, Old Thomason Road, Goodwill Drive and Allen Ave, up for the town to decide on.
Start the process of the
Right.
discontinuance. Okay. That's it.
Public comment?
Alright, so I'm sure I'll be in touch.
Okay.
Alright, discussion concerning moving forward with possible charter revision order of a charter commission formation.
I need to find my paper. As you are well aware, the last time this town moved with developing a charter, I think a lot of it was done in haste, wasn't necessarily reviewed properly to be applied to what the town needs. It is also gender specific in a lot of the areas, which shouldn't be. So, in order to do this, you have to have the voters start this process. And you would have to vote, see Ryan, you would have to adopt an order to establish it. That would happen at your July meeting. Within 30 days of that, at your August meeting, you would call for a referendum election, okay, with that specific question in there. And then, within 90 days, the referendum would be held, which would be at the November election, which would be a written ballot, to say, do you want to do a revising of the charter? At that point, I think that they have 9 months or 12 months to this commission, people would run for it and whatnot. The commission would work through the charter, make the recommendations, and then eventually it would go back to the voters with amendments. But there's a slow process to it, that's why I'm getting you guys facilitated now. If you have any interest in this, we need to put it on the July agenda
bad idea.
My suggestion is a charter should be reviewed every 10 years anyways,
Yeah.
and you've had that,
And that's how things get outdated
Correct.
and lost and shuffle and translation.
correct.
I think it's a good idea.
I'll make a motion to move forward with a charter revision order.
I'll second.
Public comment? Good. I didn't see Greg, how long you been?
I'm an observer.
He's incognito.
And Molly over there, undercover.
Trained observers.
Municipal community grant program discussion.
Yeah. In your package, you do have a copy of a program from Northeast Bank, and because we are clients in Northeast Bank, they are willing to donate $2,500 to any one of our nonprofits in town, but the decision has to come from the board. So I'm open for who you guys would like. Mike's suggestion was the backpack program.
Chicken chili show?
Hmm?
The chicken chili show? I'm fine with that, Pat. What do you think?
I'm okay with backpack. I am. I want everyone to get money, so, I mean, there isn't one age-friendly, there is the food bank, there's,
It doesn't say you have to give them the whole 2,500, you could ask to split it up, as long as it has these eligible services.
That's over there smiling.
It has to be public health and safety initiatives, educational workforce development, literacy, homelessness prevention services, programs supporting community well-being, social inclusion,
remind me, what do we give the backpack
$1,500,
in the food bank?
$3,000.
Is the backpack program the food pantry at the school?
Correct.
And what do we give age-friendly?
They have a budget within their town, so they don't really get
Okay.
a donation.
Okay. Then I'm okay with the backpack. I'm okay with the backpack.
Alright. All in favor?
Excellent, thank you.
Can we go shopping for them?
They actually give the money to the Good Shepherd Food Bank.
And they go shopping
And
for
they go
them.
shopping, yes.
Okay.
Thank you.
Love that feeling.
Me too.
Alrighty.
Do we,
Point of
does it get presented, like in a ceremony at school?
I could certainly ask Northeast Bank if they'll do that. Sure.
Where do you usually? Boom.
I pulled that out of thin air
Yeah.
tonight. Look at me go.
Now try to move on.
I taught it well.
Yeah, I just think, what fun would that be?
there.
And, okay, I'm gonna go above and beyond, okay? Because they're just gonna give a check for that.
Correct.
Not recognized at all, essentially.
Can the town spend some money and actually get some food so they can actually, the kids can see what's gonna go in it? And we could go as a board?
They've already got their check for this year. Already sent it to them in the donation.
Don't we have a little slush fund somewhere we could sneak?
There's
maybe?
no such thing as slush funds in municipalities.
I mean, that, I'm,
The
you
town
know,
legislature.
Right. Yeah.
The 12 months of giving has the school
Right.
one on there that we've taken over stuff 3 times if they've seen what the town has given.
okay, alright, fine,
3 trunk loads this
Mhm.
year.
alright,
Hope you-
fine.
Alright, you got it? Any more?
No, I want Susie Bates to spearhead my foundation and I'm gonna hook up with Pushar and make him give me some money
Yeah,
and go shopping.
what the heck? It's good. Alrighty, appointment of ballot clerks for municipal election, June 10th, 2025.
You do have a list in there of election workers with their parties. I will remind you that the voting is going to be here on June 10th from 8 to 8. We're kind of running a exercise to see if it works here.
Pilot program.
It's gonna be perfect,
It did.
What do you mean, more people
it's
off?
gonna be perfect.
Big elections is the problem when they start having, you know,
Yeah.
lines and lines, but
Do I get any more people off?
It's in there, so I think you can
Alright.
just,
I make a motion to approve
the list is presented.
the list as presented, just as she said.
I second.
Public comment? Molly, I don't see your name in there.
No, you don't.
And I remember freezing outside one November on a presidential election, so it makes you hardy.
Mhm.
We can do it.
Sign RSU 12 school referendum warrant.
You don't have any choice but to sign it, so you might as well motion it.
It just makes my stomach hurt really bad.
Alright, checks for everybody, I'm gonna go. Motion to approve the referendum warrant, sign it.
I second it.
Good luck, Charlie.
We put a vote all in favor? Yeah.
All in favor.
Thank you. Doesn't mean you necessarily approve of it, it's just that you're authorizing it to be posted.
We have to do it.
And I think number 10, the roadside improvements, you pretty much put under the paving.
Yeah.
So you're set with that, we'll just give it to Tim.
Any old business? I meant to ask him about that. Water board too. Change the road, but he's gonna help on the Tim Road. Any old business?
No, I don't think so. I don't remember right now.
Your report?
So you do have my report in there, it's kind of short this week. Nolan Bridge on Wellman Road's been posted, it should have been posted this past week at 22 tons. It is falling apart, it is gonna fall onto the town to do the repair at some point. I am gonna ask the DOT bridge inspector to come out and take a look at that one along with Windsor Road. Even though FEMA's paying for the engineering stuff on Windsor Road at this point, so I'll bring that back, but right now it's just currently posted for 22 ton. Budget committee met, they did their recommendations, they did a couple of different things than this board, but you'll have that next week. Steve McDonald and I did apply for another grant for the Leary Foundation, for 4 sets of gear, and then in July we'll reapply for the firehouse. As you will recall, the firehouse grant, we've applied for a UTV each time, been denied. We're gonna change gears a little bit and we're gonna put radios in the next time. So we looked at what has been awarded and it's consistently been like radios to bring them up to digital and that sort of thing. So the water grant that we applied for, we didn't get. So 2,200 cans of water is not going to come to our station. I let her update you
Poland
on.
Springs doesn't do that anymore with the
They
free power.
give you, yes, they do give you some, but this was from Budweiser. It was water,
Oh,
so.
God.
Yeah. I do have a couple of other things. I did receive a notice from the sheriff's department this afternoon that PSAP is no longer going to dispatch for the sheriff's department, so they're working with the city of Augusta to have their call dispatch come out of there, which means we're probably gonna get another bill,
Pete, pass it down the line.
just to let you know. He's asking for some information, so I'll bring more back as soon as I know. I think you probably will recall, it was 4 or so years ago, I was city manager in Gardner, when we went through this whole PSAP, they were trying to dump all of us, and I recruited across Kennebec County to get everybody to sign on. And basically what it boils down to is Spillman is one dispatch program and ISP or whatever the other one is. Greg, what's the other one besides Spillman?
AMC.
AMC, thank you.
IMC.
IMC, yes.
I was waiting.
So, sometimes I don't remember those things. But anyways, they agreed to keep us on for a while, and graciously all those towns stepped up and paid more so Gardner could stay on, because they were gonna dump us. Well, I think probably now we're at that point where they're saying, we're done with the sheriff's department, and you'll probably will see it tangle on down the line. The other thing that I did learn today was that on July 17th from 7 in the morning till 4 in the afternoon, DEP is gonna run a oil spill exercise out of Butternut Park, so it will be shut down for the day. She sent a picture basically of what you'll see. It's a practice to contain an oil spill. They're also coming out of the hull of boat launch. So hitting both sides of the river. We'll get it out on social media before that point to make sure everybody's aware that that parking lot's gonna be full for the day. So nobody will be able to hand launch. I think that's all I have. Those are in there. You have those.
Uncle Greg, you have your report?
What's that?
He
You have
didn't,
your
he
report?
didn't, he didn't give me one.
I haven't done. Slacker. That's an honest answer.
He's been pretty busy.
As he sits
I
there
guess
playing
I'll let
on
it
his
slide
phone
this time.
with his one finger.
If you got any specific questions, I'd be more than glad to answer them.
We did receive a letter from, Hillcrest. Greg,
Brad York.
Brad York, he's incarcerated, he asked the courts, he asked the courts to put a stay on moving forward with his violation. Excuse me, the courts denied it, so it's in June or July that we're going to court for him.
Okay,
So,
fair enough.
Did you fill him in on Olin?
we're all set, we're going forward with the dangerous building.
Finally, right, Greg?
What's that?
I said we tried to work with him, but it's finally where it's at.
I went down there and actually found him the other day and talked to him, and I gave him a letter telling him to let me know in 7 days when I can inspect the house. And he said that he would call me and give me his number, and I haven't heard from him since.
Yeah.
And I told him we should be at the meeting tonight to discuss this with Selectboard too.
We worked, I mean, I don't like doing it, right? That's not why I'm on the board, but I feel like we've given him every chance and he doesn't agree to sign a piece of paper and then not gonna sign the paper. I mean, his actions have forced the board's hand, in my opinion, so I'm doing what he's
You
asked.
folks are giving me every benefit of the doubt. I mean, it's been, what, 3 years?
Yes, it is.
And by the time we go to court and get everything taken care of, it'll probably be another 6 months anyway,
Right.
my guess.
And then it'll be winter, you can't get available winter time, we're back at it in spring. Welcome to Maine.
Dot gets to fill us in on all the boards and committees.
Any fire chief report?
It's in there.
Wow, exciting.
He did put some hay on his front lawn, and it looks like he's hauled a couple loads of junk out of there, which is
Oh, work.
progress.
Well, didn't his deadline say April 30th, he got grass growing, something like that?
Did he say what year though?
Probably not. Alrighty, school board, nothing.
Oh.
Boards and committees.
Comprehensive plan. As you know, we've been meeting for about a year and a half, putting the plan together. Wednesday, May 28th at 6 p.m. at the school cafeteria is a public meeting to review what's been done before it gets finalized and sent to the state for approval. The comp plan committee and the KV COG representative have requested that the select board and the town manager be present at that public meeting in case there's people who show up and have questions. They will review some of the chapters so you can see where they're at. Okay. Tomorrow, the Age Friendly is our monthly luncheon. Chicken pot pie. Luncheons are free. If anybody wants to join in. We are bringing back for the 4th year the summer concerts. There will only be 2 this year, June 9th and July 14th. We'll have Denny Bro in working class because August, the 175th, we'll have 2 bands there for that. So, and September's getting too late in the season. It's dark when it's done. There will be a food truck, Mojo on the Go. They serve wood fire pizza, and it's actually a Chelsea resident who owns the food truck.
Got the red one?
Yes.
Yeah.
So they'll be here for the 2 concerts because the Boosters Club is no longer. So we can't
That'd
use
be
that
good, though.
avenue.
For them. That'd be good.
The 175th, next month, if you guys can make it, the 2nd Tuesday,
I could make it.
is when we're gonna start mapping out where everything is going to be set up and assigning the duties on who's gonna do what.
What date is that?
Tuesday,
17th.
June 10th.
That's voting.
Oh, yeah, 17th. Thank you.
You're welcome. It's always the
You're right.
Tuesday before the selectmen's meeting.
We're gonna move it to the 17th, the day before the select board meeting.
That would be fun.
This calendar will be.
I mean, Dot likes to do multiple things at once, but I don't think she could pull that off.
The town office will be open during voting, cause they're gonna be out here, so.
And I'll be in there, cause I can't be out here.
Right. Discussing about it.
Oh.
Exiled.
Alright, that it? I'm sure
That's
you're.
it.
Wow, short one tonight.
I think that's it.
Appreciate it.
Oh, newsletter's going out in a couple weeks. I need you guys' article.
I've been writing it for you
I was like, what?
Well, you don't have
First
to go.
I'm hearing of it.
I'm very busy.
You wanna write something?
When's it due by?
Friday?
What?
See what I'm saying?
Take that as a no.
Henry, I'll
What's
get
the- what's
it
the
done.
date?
It's next week probably, you can have it. I'm not gonna get mine written by Friday. That's not
The
gonna happen.
23rd is good.
Happy 4th of
23rd?
July.
Just get the newsletter.
So, cause once I drop it at the printers, it takes about 10 to 11 days before it hits people's mailboxes. And I wanna put in a, another plug that voting's here.
Alright.
Yeah.
And I kinda was gonna ask the candidates to give a little bio. There's only 3 of them.
What do I need?
Why don't we put on our section of it that,
Oh, you got these ideas?
I got an idea all of a sudden I might draw a crowd. Why don't we put our pictures on there if you wanna dunk one of us at the
I'm not
175th?
dunking.
I'm pretty sure my face would draw a crowd, wouldn't it? So that
Mike.
could be something.
And we have a sheriff and 2 deputies, Mike and Jake.
Alright, so put that on there, that'll draw some interest maybe.
I'm gonna make cotton candy on
If I
that.
had COVID that day, I had COVID.
You're coming. Even if I have to come and
Oh,
watch your
yeah.
house all night,
Alright, alright.
there's no excuses allowed.
This
I would dunk, but I'm still ACL in recovery, so I'm not risking.
I told them I couldn't ruin my hair, so.
I know, right? Okay.
And
It
I'll
wouldn't
be,
even oil
I'll be in
spill.
I'll be in too many places at once to have to sit still.
I mean, I nominate Henry, we can dunk Henry if we want.
Oh, absolutely.
Wrong.
He's too sweet, he'll dissolve.
Right.
Alright.
We all know what Devin won't float.
Assessor's comment. Anything?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Nothing?
Adjourn. Told you an hour. Boom.
Okay, 7:15,
12.
I already signed these. Why
Yeah,
don't you stick them in front of me?
7:14, okay.